It's time for a Rod Wave deep dive, and what better song to dive into than Angel with an Attitude, y'all. Come on. Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist. Rod Wave is greater than therapy. We have a chance to dive deeper into this song, and you know this is about D. This is about D. We all know this. I don't know who Nari is. Never met her. I've met D. I've met Rod Wave. I've met their girls. You know I'm on side Rod Wave, but I'm on side D. I'm on side Rod and D and the girls and a family. You know I'm a family man. You know I like to be able to work out issues instead of break up issues. I don't want them coming from a broken home like he says in his song. But Angel with an Attitude hits it all. If you want a chance to look into mental health and you want to be able to mix it with some Rod Wave music, this is your chance. Without further ado, it's time. Angel with an Attitude deep dive. This is not your normal reaction. We've already done the reaction. We've already done it. You can go see the first time reaction when we did the album reaction, because we did that. Everybody knows that. Been to the concert, went to the concert in Houston. Incredible, amazing. I think Rod waved at me, but I'm not sure. I mean, I had my hoodie on, had my hat on. I think he saw me when he was flying overhead. I waved at him. I pointed at him. He waved back, but he might have been waving to the ladies around me and the kids that were around me, because there were kids there too, which was amazing. I loved seeing all that. Let's go.
Play that shit on TNT.
Woo!
Why they mad?
Come on. Get you in the mood, doesn't it? Woo!
200, low. 200 photos, 1,000 hours. When we're together, the world is ours. Lost in your thoughts, we turned it sour. Dark on us, a life of a loner. How you say you here by yourself? Over there every step. We always dreamed of this wealth. She got right and went left. Life I'm living gets so lonely, all alone. I stay kept. Do it all by myself. Okay.
Oh gosh, this says so much if you break it down. And I want to hear what you have to say, because here's what I'm reading in it. A lot of y'all know a lot more about their history than I do. This is about D. This has got to be about D. When we're together, the world is ours. Like, it's all the time we've spent, all the history we have together. You know me, I know you. My wife and I are about to have our 25th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and we reminisce about the past. It's like we know each other so well. We know our flaws. We know the things that we struggle with. We know the things that we love about each other. We know the hopes we have for each other. There's so much in there. Dark corners, the life of a loner. Listen to these first three lines. When we're together, the world is ours. Lost in your thoughts, we turned it sour. We turned it sour. We did something to make this go wrong. And when I get couples in my office, this is therapy for you. When you get couples in my office, I have one client in my office. That's the couple. That is one client. That is not you against you. It's not two people against each other. I want two people to come in and be as honest as they can be. It's not about trying to figure out who's right or wrong, who's better or worse. I tell both people I'm fighting for the couple. So if I confront you, if I challenge you, if I tell you you need to hear something, and even if I tell you you're wrong with how you said that or what you did, it is because of the survival of the couple. I want the couple to survive. And boy, do I want them to survive. I want them back together. I'm going to say it. I know I'm biased. But listen to this. Lost in your thoughts, we turned it sour. Dark corners, the life of a loner. You know that thing of just needing to just go off and be a loner? I think Rod's had so much damage, so much trauma, so much abandonment maybe in his past that it can tell your brain, the message in your brain can be, I'm not worth it. It can't work out. I can't trust people. People will let me down. People will leave me. And so when that belief is inside your brain deep down, the one thing you have to do is protect. So I'm not saying this is great, because it's not. It's just a self-protection mechanism. The one thing you have to do, like a turtle in the shell, is to be able to, turtle race, is to be able to crawl back in the shell. It's protect. So that's how you become a loner. That's how he makes his way to I'm just going to go drift off. Like he says, people don't understand me. People don't get me. People don't, a lot of times aren't loyal to me. People don't understand what I'm going through. And I get that. I see it in my office every day. And that's why I think if he looked at some of this abandonment, some of this trauma, some of this stuff from the past, that he'd be able to see, man, maybe somebody is there. Maybe Dee actually could be there if I let her. And maybe if I didn't run off and didn't go off in different directions and didn't take that loner piece and just run away and try to, escape, because it's intense, it's hard, and you can feel very vulnerable. Maybe if I didn't do that and I really hung in there, and that's where help comes in. You can't do this on your own, y'all. You have to get help from somebody. When you get the help, that's when you can realize, oh, when I'm honest with her, when I'm vulnerable, when I try, and we get help, this actually could work. My girls could actually see not a broken relationship, not broken parents that are broken apart, but redemption, recovery. They could see what a relationship's supposed to be. And I always tell dads, you know this, Rod, I always tell dads, I want you to be the man that you want your girls to marry, the integrity, the character, to live the life of the man you want them to marry. Because when you do that, it all of a sudden makes you accountable. And like with women, I want you to be the woman that has strong boundaries, that represents the person you want them to be. And I also want dads to show their daughters that they're worth it and they deserve everything in this world, that they're cherished, that they're honored. But man, maybe he's saying, how are you saying you're just here by yourself? Like, I'm here, but you're acting like I'm not even here. And maybe he really wants to be there and she just isn't getting that message from him. Like he's saying, I'm there. I am there. But I think he can only take so much, maybe. I don't know. We always dreamed of this wealth. Stuff got right, then we went left. Boy, do you hear that? That's what happens so often with people, y'all. You get everything you ever dreamed of, and then it all just falls apart. We always dreamed of having everything. We grew up together, like we've done this together. And then as soon as everything went right, we went left.
Over there every step, we always dreamed of this wealth. She got right and went left. Life I'm living get so lonely, all alone I stay kept. Do it all by myself. Okay, 1, 2, free all of my niggas in that system. Free Lil Smacker, that my nigga. Free T-Weezy, boy, I miss you. Uncle D, it been a minute. House arrest, home detention. Free my brother, shot in prison. Free my dad, a soldier, living this the life of a soldier. I'm playing my part. I got a chip on my shoulder, ache in my heart. Free all my family members, they tore us apart. Girl, I need you the most. Come back in my arms. Got so many scars.
This is like such a good song. This is such a good song. If you have a broken relationship, if you've been in and out of trouble, addiction, trauma, any kind of stuff, you got family issues, this says it all. Got a chip on my shoulder and ache in my heart. Chip on your shoulder, ache in your heart. You know what that is? That's a recipe for disaster. Because you got an ache in your heart, that's vulnerability. When you got an ache in your heart and you want it to go away, but you got a chip on your shoulder and it's like, man, I can't admit it. I can't go ask for help. Rod Wave, I am here. Any time, any day of the week, I will come see you. We can talk about this stuff because I think this stuff is workable. I think this stuff can, I think life can change. I believe in that. I think you can have what you want to have. I say the same to Dee. I am here anytime. I say the same to both of them because I want to see redemption, recovery. I want to see life turn out the way you never thought it would turn out in a great way. And I think it is possible. Mental health does matter. When you get somebody who's trained, who's good at what they do, they can get you there. You have to do the work, but somebody's there with you to help you see that. You have to trust in somebody else to help guide you, not somebody who just wants to get something from you, wants to take something from you. You have to find somebody who really just wants you, the best for you, and that you is the couple for me. But when you have an ache in your heart and a chip on your shoulder, you got to do something with one of them. And if you keep the chip on your shoulder, you're going to have to freeze up that ache in the heart, numb it. Not going to get any help from that. If you want to like deal with the ache in the heart, you got to get rid of the chip on the shoulder. And it's doable. That ego piece is doable. But wow, all my family members, they tore us apart. So you got all these dynamics underneath. If you have this in your life and relationships, friends, relatives tearing you apart, talking about people behind their back, you've got to remember who you really are with. Me and my wife said all the time, it's the two of us. We come first. Everybody else around us, we cannot let them infect our relationship. You've got to be able to keep your relationship strong. Girl, I need you the most. Come back in my arms. Got so many scars. He's saying it right here to D. Come back, please. And I don't want her to go back unless she's really ready to go back. I don't want him to go to D unless he's really to go to D. I am praying that one day this can work out, and it might not even be possible, y'all, but I'm never going to give up dreaming and hoping. I am here to do the work. I'm here to help if anything's needed of me or anybody else to get help from. But I'm going to tell you, you need somebody strong to deal with Rod Wave, because he's had so much history, and he can sniff out anybody who's not real. He can sniff out anybody who doesn't know what they're doing. He can sniff out anybody who's phony too, who's fake. He'll get that. So when you get somebody in a room with him where it's like, I got you, I can handle this room, don't worry. He would need a little bit of help on his own individually. Dee would need help on her own individually, and then they need to come together as a couple to be ready. Couples therapy can't work until the two people are ready to face what's going on in their marriage together. Sometimes they're just not ready. It's too sensitive. It's too fragile, and they'll get in the room and there'll be a bunch of fighting, and fighting's okay, but they just won't be able to hear what they need to hear. When you're in couples therapy, you need to be able to hear your own part too. Like what your issues are and what you need to deal with. You need to have enough ego strength to say, I know I've got my issues. I know I need to work on my anger, or I know I need to work on communication a little bit more and saying things and being honest and open. Like you have to know what your part is. Otherwise, you can't do couples therapy. So that's what a good therapist will weed out from the beginning. But he's saying it here. I need you the most. Come back in my arms. Got so many scars. But, if she's been hurt enough, and he's around a new person, if this Nari is a new person, then she's not coming around, and she shouldn't, honestly. But it hurts my heart, especially for his girls. And I remember, as a therapist, I never tell people to stay together for the children. I don't tell you to do that. It's not good. It puts too much burden on the children. When they grow up, they're going to be like, you stayed together because of me and lived a miserable life because of me. Now I've got to live with that. So don't do that. But it doesn't mean don't consider your children with whether you're going to keep your relationship or get rid of it. Please.
They tore us apart. Girl, I need you the most. Come back in my arms. Got so many scars. Woo! Some days I just lay in my bed. No energy to move. Life about choices. You live with what you choose. So does a new chapter begin? Or is this how the story ends?
Oh my goodness. So I got it different than the lyrics are on here. I think what he was saying was, is this how a new chapter, because the lyrics say, and oh, so it doesn't try to begin. Why is this how the story is? I thought he said something about a chapter. Should we write a new chapter? Or is this how the story ends? Like, should we start a new chapter? Should we keep it going? Or is this how the story ends? He's putting it out there. Some days I just lay in my bed, no energy to move. Life's about... What does my wife say all the time? What does Jill say? I've got a hoodie with it. Life's a series of choices over time, she says all the time. You don't end up in a horrible situation because of one thing, because of one choice. It's a series of choices over time. So in order to get it in a new direction away from horrible, you have to make one choice in the right direction and another choice and keep making those choices. Life is about choices, Rod Wave. You are 100% correct. You live with what you choose. Take responsibility for what you choose. But you know what you also got to do? You've got to lay your heart out to somebody. You say it in all your music. You've got to put it out there. It's okay. Do it in a safe place and in a safe way. Don't just put it out randomly anywhere, but do it in a safe way. Like to say how you honestly feel. Even if y'all are never together again, I've told people, At least tell the person how you really feel. And let's do some work around, let's do some therapy around what it feels like if they say, nope, that's it. Or if they say, okay, because either way, there's work to be done on you. It's kind of like, do we write a new chapter or does the story end here? Please, y'all, write a new chapter.
So does a new chapter begin? Or is this how the story ends? And I try my hardest to love you. The world was more ready for you. And it's hard, but everyone knows if you love her, then you let her go. And last night, I met an angel with an attitude. She wasn't even half of you.
Here's where the crux of everything goes, right, in the song. If you love her, then you'll let her go. We said that. You grow up as a child hearing that. It's not child, as a teenager when you get your first love. If you love her, you got to let her go. And if she comes back, she was really meant to be. If she wasn't, then it wasn't meant to be. There's truth in that, which means I can't sit here and hold on tight to my wife. You can't sit here and hold on tight to your girlfriend to say, I'm just going to hold on to you so that way you never leave. No, you've got to be able to give them the opportunity to leave if they want to, because I don't want you to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you. But be honest with them about what you want, because sometimes people leave because they don't think you even care anymore. So I want you to pay attention to that. That's a very good statement here. Last night I met an angel with an attitude. That's Nari, right? I'm assuming she wasn't even half of you. Wasn't even half. In other words, I met this other person. I met this other woman. She was an angel, had an attitude, but she wasn't even half of you, which means you're twice as much as her. Then the controversy comes in because we left a concert in Houston and my son Nick said, did you hear that? Because I've been seeing things online that he changed the lyrics in that song on the tour here where he said, I met an angel with an attitude and she was twice as much as you or something like that. And then I saw another post on that myself. It's something about the Dallas show that he had said that. Now, I don't know if that's true because I didn't actually hear it and didn't go back to listen to that. But I think it's fair enough to say he's in another relationship. I saw his girls at the show. They were up and backstage, like back behind the stage there at the end. I saw them both there, so they're traveling with him. But I don't think Dee's anywhere around at this point, and I think he's in this new relationship. And so he's trying to prove his point that, this girl's twice as much as you. I don't believe that. I know I risk Rod Wave not liking me. I love Rod Wave. I love the music he creates, who he was as a person to me and my family, how kind he was to me and my family when we got to meet him, my wife, my boys. He was so nice to everybody. He asked their names. He asked them questions about themselves. He was so nice. And he's genuinely that person to me. I believe that. I believe he has a heart of gold, and I believe he's got a tremendous soul. I think he's probably in a tough situation right now and feeling stuck and feeling like he's got to have somebody. And nothing against this Nari person. I just think he's in this relationship. I think it's a rebound situation off of what he's had for years with Dee, and I don't think it'll last. I don't think it can last. When his heart is really meant for someone else potentially, and he's trying to fill that gap, trying to fill that hole, and also trying to recreate maybe this love, this relationship. I don't know that this other person, I don't know who she is, honestly, but I don't know if she understands what she's up against here. I don't know if she understands what all of this, what's involved with this. So I would say to Rod Wave, I would say get help first. Like, therapy is always good, y'all, when it's good. It helps to have a person who is unbiased. Like, I'm not invested in whether or not you make different choices in life. I'm just here to help you see different choices and understand what maybe made those choices happen, where your damage is coming from the past, where the abandonment, the trauma, the addiction, the loss, all of that stuff is from the past. But what I'm biased on is trying to make you be in a happier position in life, a healthier position in life, a more well-adjusted position in life. That's what I'm here for. And I would say to Rod Wave, this is not the time to be in a relationship. I mean, you can talk to people, you could see people, you could date people, go on dates with people. That's different than dating people. Dating means I'm in a relationship with them. Going on dates with people means I went out with somebody. But I would say abstinence. I would say just stop for a second. Just do this tour. Do it by yourself, with your team, with your people, and try to really step back from a relationship at this point. And if you're in this position, please, rebound stuff is not healthy. It's not good. It's not going to last. You know why? Because that person is set up to lose anyway, the person you date second. And you haven't even kind of sorted everything out from the relationship you just got out of. So mental health wise, it's not helpful to do a rebound relationship. If you need to go on a date with someone, fine. You need to talk to somebody else, fine. But really, time alone to sort yourself out and get some therapy, I'm telling you, it works wonders. But if he changed those lyrics, what does that mean? Y'all tell me. Because I don't think it means like I've found the person, like this is the love of my life that I'm going to spend forever with. But he hasn't said that to me, so I don't know. I'd love to hear. I'm here to talk.
Angel with an attitude. She wasn't even half a year. You know I gotta tell the truth.
Woo! Yep.
She wasn't even half for you.
And if you wrote these lyrics, I say these lyrics, Rod Wave. I got to tell the truth. She wasn't even half of you. I got to tell the truth. I got to be honest. Even if I hate it, even if I'm frustrated with you, I'm upset, I'm not happy, I don't want this relationship. Be honest. And he's such an honest guy with this. That's how he really feels. He wouldn't have written a song like that if he didn't feel that way. So when it goes to changing the lyrics in the concert, I think that's just a temporary thing if he actually did that. I think it's kind of his way to get back at things, just to say, no, I'm good. I got double. I got more than I need right now. And if he said she wasn't even half of you, and now he's saying she's double of you, twice as much as you, then what is that really saying about the lyrics? So I lean to the lyrics. I lean to the text first of what he said. And I think his heart's hurt. I think he wants Dee to come back to him. And I don't think Dee should go back to him unless they get help and talk to somebody. And I think he would like to be able to try to work things out with Dee. That's my gut. He hasn't said that to me. She hadn't said that to me. I feel like I don't know, man. I just have a gut and I just want them to work out.
The truth. She wasn't even half for you.
There it is, Rod Wave, Angel with an Attitude, deep dive. Again, second reaction. We've already done it once when we did the album, but this is the deep dive into it. This is the full-length video from the mental health perspective of what this song means. Maybe it can help you in your life because I believe this music can help. I believe Rod's music is healing, and I believe he's healing. I believe he's an honest person. And look, none of us are perfect. And it's okay to raise our hand and say, yeah, life's about choices. I've made choices I'm not proud of, and I need to stand up for those and do something about them. But getting help, getting treatment is the first step to do that. And that's what I want you to do. That's what I want Rod and Dee to do. Like, talk to somebody, get some help. I'm here. I'd love to talk to y'all. But if not from somebody, to get help so that y'all can see what your issues are and what the past that's bubbling up here, the past stuff that's re-triggering the present, so that you can work things out. I believe it is possible. Remember, it's not real therapy. It's just Tom breaking down these lyrics in a deep dive. If you want help, check the links in the description. Leave us your comments. Let me know what you think. I want to hear. Was I off? Was I on? And what do you think? Mental health matters. Don't forget it. Rod Wave, greater than therapy. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.